Who got the power?
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming again here, sitting down as usual, comfortable. Although that didn't look comfortable right now. At the title, yes, I am filming a what's how I edit my Instagram tutorial. For those who don't know, I do have an Instagram and I will put it right here so you guys can see. I have, as you guys can see, I'm trying to keep a feed exactly the same it is. I always constantly am changing it with one specific filter, then the other one I put the same one, and I just constantly change it. And this time I finally stayed on kind of kneeling towards one that I used to have before, but it's not the same filter. I will be explaining this when we continue on the video. So without further ado, let's just get started because I want to show you guys how I edit my pictures. Apps for how I edit my pictures. I normally use VSCO. I always lean towards, I'm always editing on that app, I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes edit on FACETUNE too to fix some of my errors in my face that I've noticed. AFTERLIGHT, yes, I definitely use AFTERLIGHT. And then when I'm all done, I always go for the app SNUG, which is an app where I actually explained this on my what's on my iPhone X, so you guys want to check that out. I'll leave it on the iCard. But SNUG is basically an app where it literally looks like your Instagram feed, and you upload pictures before uploading them to Instagram, and you can actually know how your feed will look. So I think it's worth it. Going towards my Instagram, the best filter that I have ever used has to be the famous, I used to actually love the famous HB2. For those who don't use VSCO, that's a filter, specific filter. A lot of people on YouTube actually used to use that filter, and the HB1, which is the one that I use, but I used to be obsessed with HB2. It's a really like cool tone type of filter I just love. But this is my Instagram. I'm gonna go a rundown very slowly so you guys can see. That's my Instagram. I don't know if I have kept an actual feed, like a nice color. I used to have HB2 for a while. As you guys can see, the bottom ones over here, they're like from this picture till like I'd say from till this one, I kept it with HB2, and all those pictures are edited with HB2 from VSCO. I love that filter, and who knows, maybe I'll go back to it. I really like that. I always kneel back towards it. I think I once went back, then I changed it. I made it with HB1. All the ones that I have with my baby, this one has HB1, this one has HB1 too, and I made it lighter, as you guys can see, from this picture till I'd say, I didn't actually kept it up that much, but till like this picture, I'd say I kept it pretty like a weird, I think it was completely not HB2. It wasn't cool tones, it was just light tones, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. I made it bluish, as you guys can see, from this picture till like, let me see here, with this blue filter type of thing. I really like that one too, and I kept it up, and oh my god, I want that Jeep. This is my dream car, you guys. I love it. I used to have that picture. From that picture till this one, I made it HB1, which is the actual filter that I'm using right now, and I've kept it up. All these pictures, this one is HB1, this one is HB1. Yeah, that's my Instagram. For those who don't follow me, you should follow me. I always leave it linked down in the description. People are always asking me, what's your Instagram, what's your Snapchat, and I'm like, I have to tell them because I guess they don't actually look at my my description, but usually I tell them it's linked in all the descriptions of my videos, all of them. All my social medias are always linked down in the description, so just so you guys know. Now entering VSCO, these are the pictures that I have so far and that I've edited so far. I'm just gonna pick actual pictures that I've edited before. So going in towards this one, let's start with this one. I always go, like I said, this is HB2. I was talking about this one. I love that filter with my life. I love how it looks, like the deep cool tones. Obviously not in this picture, I feel like it looks too yellowish. But usually I use HB1, and then I go to exposition, and I never ever go for light, because usually I tend to take my pictures where there is actual light. So when I have to go to the exposition, I darken it a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna darken it up to -1.0. Saturation, I always look for saturation. If the picture is too dark, I usually put it right up, and then if the picture is too dark, is too light, I usually don't actually put it up. I put it a little bit lower. But this time I actually kind of like it, so I'm just gonna go for 3. I always highlight it. I always go for 5.1 or 5.6. I never pass the 6 actually. And then if I want to use like have not a little bit of shadow, I don't, but at this time I kind of like it like that to keep it dark on the outer parts of the picture. This VSCO, I'm gonna talk loud so you guys can actually hear me, and not the stupid dogs, which are being so rude right now. And usually VSCO, I always darken it a little bit more on the outer to like keep more shadow, because I like to keep it like dark on the outer parts. And that's basically it for this picture. Now let's move on to this one, which is more yellowish. You see how it looks with HB2. I actually don't like how this picture looks with HB2. Usually I take dark pictures with HB2 because I like how dark it gets, as you guys saw in my feed. So I'm gonna go with HB1 again. That's what I actually did with the other one. And I normally, what I did was I brought the exposure all the way down. Like usually I go even for 4, but this time I'm gonna keep it a -3.5. And then the contrast, I'm gonna put it just in 0.3. I think you guys noticed that I usually don't go more than 0.5. The saturation, the picture for me, it looks pretty damn yellow, so I don't need for it to be more, so I'm just gonna go for 0.1, just a little bit, teeny tiny thing. Highlights, I love myself keeping everything dark on the outer part, so I'm gonna go with 5.1. VSCO, I'm gonna bring it all the way for 5.3. As you can see, it looks similar to this one, but I got over 200 likes in that picture. I was like, what the hell is going on here? It wasn't, I swear it wasn't passing 17 minutes when I posted it, and it was already going all the way to 100. I was like, what the hell is going on with my Instagram? And I tweeted it, and oh my god, I was just shocked. HB1, you see these HB2, I like how this one looks. This filter looks bomb. And I know a lot of people kept commenting on my picture and like DMing me, telling me like, you did not do that to the Jordans, you just literally squished. I was like, I know I did wrong, but I kind of wanted to get the picture, so I just did it for that. I promise I haven't how do you say doblar in English? I completely forgot. What the hell? I haven't flipped them. Is that how you say it? Anymore, I swear. I treat them like my babies. So please don't come at me. I know that I did wrong. And the first person to tell me was my boyfriend. He was like, you did not just do that. Exposure. I'm gonna surprisingly go, I don't remember how I edited this picture. I would go for like 0.3. I want it dark, but also I don't want it that dark and not that light either. I want it like medium-ish. And then I went for 1.1 for the saturation. Then for the highlights, I went for like 4.2. And then for shadows, surprisingly, I did put a little bit on this picture I put 0.3, and you can actually tell by just putting it with 0.3, you can actually tell how light it gets on the corners. For Vignette, I went for like 2.6. I didn't go for a lot on this one, and you can actually tell that it looks kind of similar. Now I'm gonna go for FACETUNE. This is FACETUNE 2, by the way. I'm not using FACETUNE anymore. I did buy the actual FACETUNE app. I haven't bought the FACETUNE 2 app. Baby so much. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see. If you zoom in, now that I've zoomed in, you can actually see my pimples and how everything looks. I never go all out on this. All I do is the only thing I do on this picture is just smooth the pimples a little bit, like right there around my mouth. Oh, something else that usually I do, like for example, I go to the paint and I go for the picker option, and then I search for my lip color, and then I go and I put it on the top. Usually that's when it matches. When I see that it doesn't match, I just erase it, and then I put it a little bit like darker. And I just find one that actually matches kind of perfectly, because usually my lips, when I go like, when I pucker up, you can actually tell. Afterlight, very few times I use Afterlight, but whenever I use it, it's to either use the brightening, because I kind of like how if I don't like how VSCO put it dark, I just go to Afterlight and I do it, and I feel like it looks kind of better. I actually think you can tell the difference before and after. And yeah, if I feel like fixing it more, or just, I don't know. Then last but not least, I go into SNUG. So I'm just gonna go in with this picture only because I posted the other ones, as you guys can see, and if I kind of want to just play around with them, and I don't know, if I want to put this one first and then just post this one, I just kind of make it so it can match my theme. I'm kind of going for a theme here. If I notice that the theme doesn't match, I change my filter, or I make it darker, the picture and stuff like that. But usually I think this one matches more, and then I just go around and I just play around with it, like literally. That's all I basically do. And yeah, that's basically how I edit my Instagram video. I hope I didn't make this video super long. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this. Like, I can show you more things, like I don't know, how I take my pictures, how I film, stuff like that, how I pick up my brightness on my camera or something like that. I don't know, just tips and tricks. I kind of like this type of videos. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.